Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award winning Fearless Tarot and the brand new release Tarot in Love Consulting the Cards and Matters of the Heart. Both books are from Llewellyn and are available online wherever books are sold. And it is time for this week's Oracle. So earlier today, I placed up a photo of three different animals and asked you to use your intuition and ask yourself which animal's calling to you because that animal has your message. And the three animals were the walrus, the falcon, and the zebra. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal's getting caught in your head because that animal has your message. So, for those of you who picked the walrus spirit, the card says remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. And Walrus is reminding you that we are always being communicated with signs, serendipitous signals, little omens that appear. If you're starting to recognize patterns in your own life, like, wow, I keep seeing this thing, and then I saw it again, oh, and then I saw it a third time, there is something to that. And it might be a literal thing that you need to pay attention to, but a lot of times with omens and symbols, it's also symbolic. And you might want to ask yourself, what does that symbol mean to me? What does that really represent? And to go a little deeper, because sometimes it isn't always wise to take your symbols literally. First card for Walrus is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we actually got the Temperance card. And the Angel of Temperance pours the full cup of water into the empty cup. And what that reminds us to do is to replenish that which has been running on empty in our own life, in our own heart. I also feel like there's healing this week for Walrus, and it's also a marvelous time for self care and self reflection. Nothing too much whenever temperance comes up. It's a time to be moderate, to take your time, and to take balanced steps. The angel of temperance is also a divine guide from your higher wisdom. And when we're talking about signs and signals and omens, and we're seeing an angel on a card, this could be a time when your own angels are trying to nudge into your path and get your attention. Next, we got advice from your inner wisdom, and we actually got the Three of Wands. And I love the Three of Wands because it basically says that despite your worst fears, your life is wide open and waiting. There is so much opportunity still. And the Three of Wands is really a card of setting yourself free. If you've been suffering with something or not acknowledging something, the Three of Wands could say it's time to set yourself free by going toward that thing. The Three of Wands is also a card of future possibilities. So this might be a time to draw up your plans about what it is that you're wanting to achieve and to go toward it. The mythic archetype that's going to help you this next week, if you pick the walrus, is actually Themis. And she's the goddess of truth and also justice. She's akin to the justice card in the tarot. And Themis could be telling you to really seek wise counsel. It might also be a time when you're seeking the wise counsel from your angels, from the signs you're getting. It might be a time to do a reading or to reflect on the truth of your current situation. It might also be a time to let go of your expectations for good or bad things that you're worried are going to happen. And instead, really look at the facts, look at the reality of what's actually happening here. And so I think with Themis, this could be just a time to be very honest, cool, calculating even, and also just very reasonable stepping into this next week. Next, we're going to go into the Falcon spirit, and the Falcon card says, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. And Falcon is known for its speed. It's also known for its focus. It can see things from so far away, zoom in on its target, and fly like lightning toward it as it strikes. And Falcon is also known for its perseverance and its ambition. So this might be a time when you're really not taking no for an answer and you're really going forward towards your best goal, even if you've run into some obstacles up until now. Falcon could also tell you to stay focused on your target, to not get distracted, and to really hone in on it. And so I just think that this is a time to move forward quickly and don't doubt yourself. Make the choice, go for it, do it. If you doubt yourself, you're going to get into analysis paralysis. It's time to just take action. First card for Falcon is where it's best to place your focus. And we actually get the Nine of Pentacles. And if you notice really closely, there's a falcon there. It's Nine of Pentacles reversed, but there's a falcon on the card, which is really funny. So the Nine of Pentacles reversed is all about raising your standards. It could be telling you that you've been existing in a messy situation for so long, and now you're getting away from it. You're far from it. And now you're setting your priorities up again. The Nine of Pentacles, upright or reversed, really motivates you to go toward excellence. And sometimes when we're tolerating a situation that's beneath our standard, we become numb to it. We don't even see it anymore. It just is part of our life. And what Falcon and also the Nine of Pentacles reverse could be saying is that it's time to focus on or acknowledge the thing that's not working, the thing that is just not up to snuff. And it's time to really say, you know what? I don't need to accept that this time. We only have one life where we are the identity we are. I'll only be Elliot this one time around. And so Falcon could be telling us, you know what? We need to make this life the best one we can with what we have in front of us instead of accepting something subpar. Next is advice from your inner wisdom if you pick the Falcon. And we got the Two of Swords, which is the card of in between. And it says you're going through a transition, a change. The in between times are where magical changes actually happen. I think of dawn to dusk, where suddenly things start to stir, the atmosphere starts to blow, and you might even see nature starting to come alive. And so I just feel like there's this in between time for Falcon where their standards are getting raised and they're just not accepting the same old, same old. And the mythic archetype that's going to help the Falcon is actually Amalthea. She is the nurturing nurse of the Greek mythology. She has the goat with her. And what she does have to do with is nurturing, almost being a nurse to your goal, really being what the ancient Greeks called a kourotrophos, which is a nursemaid, a guide, a nurturer of something young or vulnerable. And so I feel like you need to nurture the thing that's still vulnerable right now, raise your standard with it, and accept nothing but the best. And then finally, we're going to go into the zebra animal spirit. And this card says, let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. And all of us have fears. That's why I wrote Fearless Tarot. It's like, how do I deal with my own fears? How do we go into a tarot reading without all that fear? Sometimes we're so worried about what if this happens and what if that happens and what if this happens? And sometimes we have to ask ourselves, and what if that doesn't happen? What if it's actually not as bad as we're making it look? What if we can imagine something better for ourselves? And so Zebra could just be telling you, you are safe, you are protected. You didn't get drawn out here all this way in your boat just to sink. So it might be a time when you're really requiring a little bit more trust or also getting back to the source of what that fear is and confronting it. First card for Zebra is where it's best to place your focus. And we got the Two of Pentacles, which is constantly stalking us on the Oracle Reveal. This is the card that says unexpected things happen. Absolutely. Unexpected things can trigger those fears. And if we're rigid and we have this firm expectation that something bad is going to happen or something just as great is going to be going on, we are going to get disappointed. Two of Pentacles reminds us, be flexible. Allow yourself to adapt, allow change to happen. If you're able to roll with the waves, you can overcome the challenge in front of you rather than getting locked in rigidly and fixed with your expectations. It's time to be fluid. The advice from your inner wisdom, if you pick the zebra, is actually the Nine of Cups. And this is a card called the Wish card in the tarot. It says that your wishes can still come true. And wishes can happen when you make your preparations for them. This might be also a time to really set your intentions about what you want, but not get locked into the pathway of this is the intention, this is what I want, so it has to go this exact way in order for me to achieve it. You might need to be a little bit more flexible or adaptable with your game plan, but know that destiny is destiny. And if that goal is meant to be yours, you're going to arrive there no matter what winding path you take to get there. And then finally, the mythic archetype that's going to help you. Wow. Speak about winding paths. It's Hecate, the goddess of the crossroads. She really does say you're at a crossroads right now. And a lot of people in the ancient world were afraid of Hecate. They called her a witch. They called her the magic goddess. They were afraid of her because she had to do with the underworld. And yet I feel like it's time to choose a path anyway. You're at the crossroads. It's time to go toward your wish. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can check me out at elliotoracle.com and schedule a reading with me there. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe and happy week and take care till next time.